The last time I picked up 2 nickel boxes from this bank, we scored 2 silver war nickels, one was a DDO, and a buffalo nickel. So I figured, let's pick up 2 more. Hey everybody, it's Rob with RobFindsTreasure, and that's right, we've got another 100 rule, 2 boxes of nickels hunt to do today. I've got my nickel coin roll hunting mat out, my scope turned on the screen, ready to look for some more varieties, hopefully some more silver, maybe some more buffaloes, and fingers crossed we get another V-nickel. I've only scored 3 in all my boxes. Now I did not need to open these prior to filming because we can see through the holes in the bottom, and we can see through the holes in the bottom that they're circulated. Now I didn't see, based on the little bit that I could see, any war nickels or buffalo nickels or V-nickels. But I figured we would just go ahead and take them really quick and go ahead and do a live opening for you guys. See if we can catch something. It's been a while since I had a sweet ender. Hoping that we get one this time around. But more importantly, it's what's on the inside that matters, as you know. So let's see if we have something fancy on top of this box. All right, nothing fancy. The usual mix of both older and newer design Jefferson Nickels. Maybe a 64 here. No, it's an 86. It looked older. Holy cow. But I don't see anything sticking out at me. Let's go ahead and go right into the other box. We'll do both openings now. Get them out of the way with and see if we have anything to smile about. All right. Let's bring it under the light. And again, we've got some old reverses here. That's probably going to be in the 50s or 40s, possibly. Could also be a worn 64. But I don't see anything really saying, hello, look at me, I'm awesome. So I'm thinking we're going to have to go through the rolls themselves and pray we got something within them. Now that we've covered that, let me go ahead and get these boxes set up by tearing off the rest of the tops. And as always, if I find something worth showing, I will bring you guys in. Roll number 5, and all we had before what I show you was a 1957 minted in Denver. But we finally got our first 40s nickel, and it is a 1946 Philadelphia, 1 year off silver. Roll number 8 is going to yield a old Jefferson here, and look at that. 1938, and it actually looks like it has a little bit of that coloration, like it's been kept in a folder for a while, like paper has been up against the obverse. Let's look at the reverse and pray that it's a 38 D or S, so it's a key date. It's not going to have a mint mark, but it does have some of that discoloration on the reverse. We'll just take a quick look at the steps. That's, you know what? It does have better than normal steps as far as the side details. Could be a reverse of a different year, but at the end of the day, it's a pretty nice 1938 Philly. You don't find them like that. It's definitely not mint state, but it's probably maybe AU 53 or so. I'll take it. It's a beauty. First year Jefferson. Nice find. Next roll, roll 9. Another 40s Jefferson nickel. This one, 1941 Philly. Not nearly as in good shape as a 38, but a good find nonetheless. Well, I'm pretty excited. I just rolled open roll 10, flattened it down. At the back, I saw something yellowish, and you can barely see it poking out. We've got a Denver minted war nickel. Probably a 44D. They're pretty common. Hopefully a 43D with lower mint. And it's neither. It's a 1945. But I don't care, because that, my friends, is another silver war nickel we have found. And that's a pretty good run with me for finding war nickels lately. That's what we look for, and we got one. So we got a 38 and a war nickel and a few other finds so far, after, or during, I should say, 10 rolls. Roll 25, the quantity of finds are still light, but we'll take the war nickel and the 38. We got another 46. This one, Philly as well. Another one next to silver years. We're on roll 33 of the box. It has been a little bit since I've added any other finds besides a couple in the 50s, but we did grab a 1949 Philadelphia, not Denver, or we would have checked for the D over S over mint mark. Let's get back to the hunt and maybe score something nice. Same roll, and we're going to have a second 40s nickel. This one is a 1940 on the nose, and it is pretty beat up, but a 40s nickel nonetheless. Roll 37, and we have another 1949, another 49 Philly. Roll 38 is going to net us another 1946, and we're hovering right around those silver years. Roll 39, another 40s nickel. So we're starting to find some 40s nickels. They're not in the greatest shape. That is a 40 Denver. Common, but another find nonetheless. And the B of A box is starting to put some finds on the board. Now can we get another war nickel or our first Buffalo of the box? Roll number 42 is going to net us a 1947 Philadelphia. Roll 45, just laid it out. We had an odd colored one. I figured we would expose it together. And this one's going to be a 1943, our second war nickel of the box. And it's a 43p. So we can check it for the 43 over 42 over date. And I don't see it. You would clearly see a line of a 2 down here. I don't see it. There is a little bit of something going on, but that looks like damage. And we'll check for the doubled I, which in this condition will probably be tough to see. And again, we have something kind of going on here, but that doesn't look like the shape of the eye to me. Sometimes your mind plays tricks on you because you're looking to see this section of the eye doubled out here. And there is something there, but I think that's just damage. I don't think that that's a doubled eye. I'll take a look with the loop, but pretty certain that's just another standard 43p war nickel. Either way, it is our second of the box. All right, we finished the first 50 rolls. Not a bad box, and actually a pretty good box if you consider that I found 2 silver war nickels. We got 9 in the 50s, 9 in the 40s, and believe it or not, we only got 109, but it was a Philly. And I don't get too many Phillies, so it's nice to see that. And then, of course, the finds of the box was a nice 1945 Denver and 43 Philly silver war nickels, 35% silver. And, of course, we can never count out a first-year Jefferson in pretty good shape overall. 50 rolls down. 50 to go. No Buffaloes, no V nickels yet, but 2 silvers is a nice score. What are we going to find in box 2? Let me clear this away and we'll get into that box and see what kind of goodies it'll give up. Just grabbed roll 3 or 53 of the hunt. Took a look at the end coin here and it is a 1941 ender. As expected, 1941 Philadelphia. Roll 56. We're going to have a 1941 Philadelphia. Roll 57 is going to have a 1947 nickel facing us. And it is a San Francisco. Nice to see a 47S in the second box. Roll 59, just cracked the roll open and I'm thinking we have another war nickel. And we do. San Francisco minted. 1943. That is our third war nickel through 59 rolls. Roll 62, and we've got another 40s nickel, 1948 Denver. Roll 65, facing us a 46 Philadelphia. Roll 66, and we've got another 1949. Will there be a D or an S? There will not be. We'll take it nonetheless. Roll 68 is going to yield a 1941 Denver. Roll 70, another 40s nickel, 1941 Philadelphia. Roll 72, I already pulled it out because I thought it might be a war nickel by the edge, but it wasn't. Still a 40s nickel, 1947 Philly. Roll number 80, and I don't know how I missed it, but as I'm hunting the roll, the second to the last coin in the roll is going to be a war nickel. 1943 S. Unbelievable. Pretty obvious from the edge, but I guess because it was near the end of the wrapper, maybe I just missed it. Either way, that is 4 war nickels through 80 rolls. My record for a box, if those are wondering, is 5. We're not going to beat 5 in a box. We've only got 2 in this box so far. But 4 for a 2-box hunt would be a great hunt, and we still have 20 rolls left. Super excited? Let's see if we can not miss any more by their edge. Roll 74 is going to yield another 40s nickel. 1947, we've seen a few of those. And this one's a 47S. Roll 91, another 40s nickel. And we are finding a lot of 40s and 50s in this box. That's from Denver. But I might have a 2-box hunt without a buffalo. And that hasn't happened in a long time. Roll number 94 is going to yield us a 1939 Jefferson nickel. We would love for it to have a mint mark, and if not, we would love for it to be a double die reverse. No mint mark, so it's from Philadelphia. And I need to look at it a little bit closer, but I don't see the doubling. There is some damage, and that C was kind of misleading. But looking at the rest of it, I don't think I see any of the doubling. It'd be heavily doubled on both those E's, but that did kind of get me for a second. And there is some slight something going on the E as well. But I don't see any doubling anywhere else on the coin, and you would see it clearly on Monticello and 5 cents. So either it's a very poor example of doubling or it's just damage, and I'm going to say that it's just damage on this one. All right, 1939 Philadelphia. We'll take it. That's 2 early Jeffersons, 4 war nickels, 6 rolls to go. Roll 96. Another 41 out of Philly. Well, we've done it. 100 rolls hunted, 2 nickel boxes, and we had pretty good luck. 22 nickels were minted in the 50s, 21 in the 40s. We did manage to score 2 09s, and ironically, both Philly. That doesn't happen too often. I kept a couple of beauties, a 69D and a 99P. Check them against the album. We did get a 38 Philly and a 39 Philly, not in the worst shape. And then, of course, 4 war nickels, 35% silver, 2 per box, not a bad deal. I'll tell you, it kind of hurts not finding a buffalo. I usually find those, but that's coin roll hunting. Sometimes you score them, sometimes you don't. At the end of the day, we had a fun hunt. We had a lot of finds and a lot of fun, like I said. If you enjoyed this nickel hunt, I would appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting. And thanks for watching. Yep, never a bad day adding 4 more silver nickels to the 2020 silver jar.